Hey y'all, what is going on? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, hello. I'm back and at my favorite spot, of course, and that is in front of this camera, talking to you guys. I hope everything's going well. So if you're watching this on the TikTok platform or you're watching this on YouTube, either one is fine. Make sure to subscribe or follow, like and share, save the video, leave a comment below. I love all the things. So yes, let's just hop right into it, of course. Okay, so this kind of came to me. This actually came to me this morning. Um, I was like getting ready to get my shower and everything, and so this actually just came into my spirit, and I'm like, okay, I really want to talk about this just for a few minutes. So, are we becoming overly individualistic as a whole, as a society? So, when we look in the word, one of the second greatest commandment is to love thy neighbor as yourself. And so automatically, when you're thinking about that, like some people understand it and some people really don't understand what that means, but it just means just like you love yourself and you support yourself and you treat yourself well, God's plan, or at least part of God's plan, is for you to treat other people with the same love and the same respect that you would treat yourself. We also heard another saying, treat other people like you want to be treated. It goes right along with loving thy neighbor as thyself. It just means the same exact thing. But I feel like, just in my own observations that we kind of become more of an individualistic society where it's like everybody is so self-focused, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it too, where people are like their head is buried in their phones and their computers or tablets, or maybe stuff for work, or whatever it is. Like, people are not really paying attention to their surroundings or other people, and sometimes I feel like that's what's creating a lot of chaos in the world. The fact that we just don't care. We just don't care about other people anymore and like what other people are going through, you know. And something that's coming to my mind now is something that we call the bystander effect. When we see something really bad or chaotic happening to somebody, and it'll be a group of people standing around and they're watching this happen like they're watching a movie or something, and they're, instead of them reacting to it, in an actionary kind of way, meaning like, let me call the police, let me jump in to help the person. It's like they're not moving, because it's like in their minds they're assuming somebody else is going to do this. Somebody else has already done this, or somebody else is going to do this. And so they just stand there frozen, staring, or stand there laughing, or stand there recording. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really weird. But that's one of the symptoms. The bystander effect is one of the symptoms of an individualistic society. Because you're not used to caring about people. You're not used to really focusing and paying attention. So you're so self focused and zoned in on yourself that you're inept when it comes to even something as simple as helping somebody, looking out for another person, and so like what does that even look like for people who, the few people who really do want to meet other people, like who want to get married or who want to have friends, and things like that. I think our friendships are even changing. Like, I've been looking at videos on, like, TikTok, for instance, and like you have people kind of redefining friendship. You have things called like low maintenance friendships, and they have these different friendship categories, which part of that, I mean, it's a double-sided coin. Part of that is actually good, for your own sanity. It just helps you to not place people who may not belong in like the bestie category, or a closer friend category. it helps you not to place those people, to miscategorize them, because sometimes some people are just not going to be as reliable as others, so you don't want to miscategorize somebody, so you want to make sure you have a good understanding of your relationship with every friend that you have. Some people are going to be closer than others, so that's understandable. So I can see the reasoning for these different friendship categories, or calling a friendship a low maintenance friendship. Low maintenance is just like, it's a friendship, it's good, not it's not a good friendship, but it's just, there's not a whole lot of effort that you have to put into it. It doesn't require a lot from you. So I think that's good, but we don't want to get into the habit of like undervaluing people, so to the point where we're not putting in a good amount of effort into our friendships, and we kind of just we almost get to a point where we say, I could take it or leave it, and we start, because you can become indifferent, and I think that's not a good space to be in for a friendship. So just be careful. I think we just have to be careful with this idea of the low maintenance friendships and things like that. It can be good, I can see how it's working, how it works, but just we want to make sure that we value people, because people matter and they should matter. So I think we have to get back to God's original plan and his original reasoning behind why he created that great commandment of loving thy neighbor as thyself. I think we've just kind of been failing at it. We've been so self-focused, and I think that's why this is a more depressed society than any other society in any other time period. Like, it's very depressed. It's very anxious. It's very lonely, and people just don't know what to do with their emotions, because they feel like no one's gonna care. They don't know what to do with the emotions themselves, or they don't have anyone to talk to, anyone close to them. Why? Because we're so self-focused. So there's no one there, that they feel that they can trust, So I think we just have to try to, because it wasn't like this even like maybe 10-20 years ago, like 30 years ago. Like it wasn't like this. People would talk to people on the bus, the train. It was just different. People were more people focused. I'm not saying that people didn't have individual lives and didn't like their alone time. Yeah, you can still have that, but you didn't have stuff called phone phobia. You didn't have that, all this craziness, just like, oh, it's peoply outside. I've said that before too, but I have my times, where I'm just like, I'm a little anxious right now, or I'm feeling like I just want to have my alone time. Yeah, it's okay to have moments, but you don't want to make that the whole of who you are, where you're just like entirely self-absorbed, entirely self-focused, and you block out a lot of blessings and opportunities to meet a lot of great people who can really bless your life. So it's just time to think about that. So I want you guys to kind of think about that, especially if you've been in that kind of space lately. Kind of think about why you're in that space. Ask God why you've been in that space, and ask him to, maybe pull you out, give you some tips on like what can you do to get to a better space regarding people and loving thy neighbor as yourself. So I hope this video helps. I love you guys. Be blessed. Pass this on to somebody who needs to hear it. And I will see you guys later. Bye.